Well, hello. Yes, it is back. The all-exclusive podcast is finally back, and this time a little bit different. As you'll notice, it's just me talking to myself. Yes, Henry is gone, my co-host from the last 3 seasons of the all-exclusive podcast, is no longer with us at Potter's Resorts. He's not died or something like that, but he is no longer working with Potter's Resorts. He's off doing his own wonderful things that we always knew he would be doing. This episode is something just a little bit special for you, though. We're going to address everything properly in the first episode of season 4. But we know you've been waiting a long time, and we've been very busy making sure that season 4 of the all-exclusive podcast is the very best we can make it, including making it visual as well. We're going to be putting it on YouTube, so go and search for the all-exclusive podcast on YouTube, because we will be popping things on there, including brand new episodes starting from Monday. But we've taken so long to get this up and running, we thought we'd bring you a very special audio episode before we do officially kickstart season 4. This episode is a bit of a chat that we had months ago, and we were actually just going to completely get rid of it. When we decided to make the all-exclusive podcast season 4 visual-based, so you can also watch us as well as listen to us on your journeys or around the house, when we decided that you would be watching us as well, we were going to get rid of this episode, this conversation with Mark and with Roxy about all sorts of wonderful things. But because we've taken so long, we thought, no, let's give you something special. It was such an interesting conversation, so we're bringing it to you in audio format just to please you and hopefully satisfy you, to say sorry for waiting so long for this season. Because it's been a long time, not just since we've announced season 4, but also since we've last done an episode. Those episodes with Henry and I were well over a year ago now. We've been working really hard behind the scenes. We've got lots of exciting things coming up. We've already recorded about 8 episodes of season 4. So you're guaranteed those to the end of the year. We've got episodes planned, and we want to make things running. I've got an incredible team now, not just me and Henry in the Broom Cupboard studio. We've also got Ross, who's not the runner. I'm just letting you know that, Ross. But he's also helping out with things. We've got a brand new studio, and all of that you'll be able to see firsthand with the brand new episode of season 4 coming on Monday. Now, let's get into this episode, though. As I said, we recorded this episode a long time ago in an audio format. This was with Roxy and Mark. Now, we really wanted to bring you into this conversation because it's a lovely conversation. We're talking to Mark about his holidays. This was right in the heat of summer that we recorded this episode. And it's good to just catch up. Mark talks about going to see old Potter's friends in Australia, John Nemchek and Marta, who we went to visit out there. Another near-death experience, or maybe he nearly had one. We catch up with Roxy Yarnold, Mark and I, and we're talking about, and this maybe is news to some, her pregnancy and engagement, and also her role as show creator. We were actually, at the time, putting together the Cabaret Club. Some of you may have seen this already. It is our fabulous new show, taking you to jazz bars and cabaret clubs across the world. It's a fun show filled with comedy and all sorts of, we get into that within the episode. We talked to her about the creation process, which is actually another reason why it's taken so long to get this episode out, because not only have we been putting Cabaret Club together, we've been putting the summer to, the heat of Summer of Fun, which many of you joined us for, and now we're revamping Simply the Best as well. We talk about all of this during the episode, so I'm not going to waffle on too long because it's a little bit strange. I'm still just talking to myself in the Broom Cupboard studio. So let's dive straight into the episode. Let's catch up with Mark Brewer in the middle of the summer. This is just something a little bit special for you. Until next week, we go live visually with the all-exclusive podcast. So let's catch up with Mark Brewer. Press play. we're starting this up again after a year, and I'm going to get different people to sort of co-host different things with me, and you're one of the people who I wanted to bring on to
That's
sort
very
of
nice, Jack.
join me with different people.
I've just been to Harlow, very exciting. Harlow Football Club. Come on, sense the excitement in the whole. Everyone's going, wow.
Yeah.
But actually, it really was a lovely stadium. I didn't expect it to be a really nice, cool stadium. Nice little stand, nice sort of PA.
It was a charity football day, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was literally for Adam West mental health charity, which is a Thrive programme. And sadly, we lost Adrian, not Adam. Take that back. It was
Adrian West, not Adam.
Well, Adam West was Batman, wasn't he?
Yes, it was. Yeah. We did lose Adam West as well at some point, but.
Yeah. But
hopefully he didn't make that mistake yesterday then.
No, hopefully he didn't. Hopefully I didn't. But it was, I was more bringing up the Thrive programme, which was a charity. But we've known a lot of the guests from Potters who would invite me to come and host and compare the whole day. So it was lovely. It was a lovely day. And of course, one of the hottest days of the year.
Yeah, it was really hot over the weekend, wasn't it?
And you were busy yourself, wasn't you?
Yeah, so I do like a little summer fair up in Helston, just above Norwich. And that I do. It's just like silly stuff that we, egg and spoon races and tug of war and things like that.
Yeah.
But it was so hot. I don't think many people turned. It was busy.
Yeah.
It was a nice stream of people, and they had other things going on throughout the day. Sort of local groups, like martial arts groups, doing demonstrations and stuff like that. So it made it.
But it's very unusual for me and you to be doing something around the same day.
So it's very rare that we get
really
to do
does.
that sort of thing.
It was funny because I went live and then you went live a little bit later saying, I'm here at Helston. Well, there's nowhere at Potters this.
Yeah. For the full day, we had both disappeared I made it back for the evening for the show, but that was tiring. That, having a full-on day and then.
I mean, literally, I never felt my voice struggle so much when I finished. So it was about 4 hours of constant talking. And by the time I'd done the auction as well, I was literally going. So you could probably hear I've got a real gruff.
I was going to say, you can hear it in your voice
now.
But, so you've been quite busy. You do quite a lot for the charity outside of here as well. You've got your MCA Trust sort of jacket on at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a patron of MCA Trust. And that's Children's Cancer in Essex.
Yeah.
And I love this charity because they don't take any money out of it at all. No. So you're looking at 98% of money raised goes back in, and the 2% is the administration, whatever little costs that they pay. Yeah. But it's a beautiful charity.
Yeah, shout out to Keith Isaacs, who sort of runs all of that.
And again, Keith Isaac and the whole family's been coming to Potters for years, and it's just that he brought it up to say, would you like to come again host a golf day? And I said, yeah, of course. I play a bit of golf. I mean, I didn't really, but I made a point of saying, I play a bit of golf. But, so things like that are great fun. I have to take a buggy round because, especially now.
Even with your new knee. Like last time we had you on the podcast, I think you just had your knee done. So you were telling Henry and I all about the new knee.
And actually, I can't sort of diss it. It really has done me wonders. Yeah. I mean, I've lost weight, and I didn't know why I'd lost weight. I mean, I really had lost about 2 stone. Yeah. And even my wife was Claire was really sort of like, well, you better go get a checkup because you've lost 2 stone, and what have you done? Yeah. I said, so they gave me hundreds of blood tests, loads of blood tests to find out if there's anything going sinister on. But no, and then...
It just means you're more mobile.
But it was a conclusion. The doctor said, well, you didn't realise how much you must have slowed up. Yeah. And then I didn't realise, because when we did the joke of it, when I did the 5 Lakes weekend, they put me in the lake, the village, what they call the village. Well, that seemed miles 3 years ago. Yeah. I was moaning about it, walking from the village rooms down to the actual main building, going, crikey, I can't believe how long this is. And then, of course, the following year, we had another weekend there, and I was going, and I was even moving even slower, going, couldn't they got me a closer room than this? And it's always on the far end. Yeah, yeah. And so this year we did. And, of course, now with my new knee, it literally took me a minute. Yeah. It took me a minute walking. And I'm going like, I was laughing. Claire's saying to you, why are you laughing? Chuckling away. I'm going, Well, did you not know I was really moaning about how far away this village is? And it really only took me a minute from the room to walk down to the main building and into the dining room.
I suppose you don't even realise just how much it was slowing you down. And I mean,
and it really had done.
You do joke about it, but when you you going up and down the Atlas Theatre steps onto the stage.
That's right. And going into the changing rooms from upstairs to downstairs. And I say, right, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to bring all the costumes by the side.
I've noticed you still get Brian to bring all your costumes up, though.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I am fitter, but the whole point of that is I'm still retired.
Yeah,
really.
right.
I mean, I'm age. The fact that everyone's about 40 years younger than me, running up and down the stairs. So, no, it's great. But what was we talking about anyway?
We were talking about the charity, different bits and pieces, and your golf days, and
no, I mean that's lovely, and we don't try and do too much out of Potters. I mean, it's usually something that takes me out of Potters is a charity day or something. Likewise with yourself, and you do a little bit more your bowls now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've got more news with that, haven't you?
Yeah, so they've announced another competition. So last year I went up to Scotland to do the Scottish Open. And this year they've got another UK Open in March time, which is right in the middle of my holiday time. But
perfect.
But
it's how they see it. It works out well.
Yeah.
So that's lovely. So you've got three sort of championships now.
So a busy sort of few months, sort of the end of the year and the beginning of next year. Yeah, definitely. And
you've been out. You've been on holiday. I know, I'm holidayed out, to be honest.
Yes.
I hated to say that.
Yeah.
But this January, obviously, we went to see Sky.
Yes. No, that was one of the things I was going to sort of talk about. You went all the way to Australia.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long old trip. That's a long old flight. And Claire really wanted to fly all the way without stopping.
Who did you fly with?
We did... not Emirates. I was trying to get Emirates, but it's
Emirates is nice. That's always a...
It was something like the Singapore line.
Yeah.
I think we did.
That can't be too bad.
No, it's lovely. I mean, it was lovely, but just long.
Yeah.
When you're on a plane for 20-odd hours, 20-plus hours, you're almost like unbelievable.
How do you keep yourself amused for that amount of time?
No, well, I'd watched everything.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a binge watcher.
Yeah.
I think I didn't realise how much till when COVID happened.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that I wasn't going to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just to binge watch everything. So now, that was easy. I just watched about 5 movies.
Yeah.
Really and in between there was feeding us.
Yeah.
So no, but Australia trip was fantastic, and
because you caught up with John Nemchek, who used to be in the restaurant, and Marta,
and they've got their new little child there as well, Leo. So I mean, it was like really fascinating to see someone that we'd known for about 11, 12 years. John Nemchek had been here in the dining room.
As long as I can remember. I mean, he was here, and then obviously a couple of years ago
to see him
moved over
living in Manly, and we went over to Manly to see him and caught up with him. And he's running a fabulous Japanese restaurant, and he's got great staff, and it's just a lovely life they lead. And can you believe we went down to what's the Opera House?
Yeah.
And literally, when we was down at the Opera House, this is a few days before we was even catching up with John Nemchek, and we went and sat down at the one of the restaurants and by the rocks, and we're literally just sitting there, and John Nemchek walked past with the baby and Marta. I mean,
just by chance.
I mean, I'm saying there was thousands of people, literally everywhere, and then they lo and behold stopping, going, could hear me.
They could hear you coming,
my voice.
Oh no, here he is already.
Oh my God. So, we caught up with them before we even thought we were going to. No, and there was great Candy, lives in Sydney. And Candy she did a whole year with us at Potters.
Because you had her on Brewer's house party over lockdown, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember you talking to her.
Having a chat to her from Australia. So, no, it was lovely. And Claire's nieces and nephews, they live out there for now. So with the first week, we really enjoyed it. Bondi Beach, Cocoa Beach, and it was hilarious. I couldn't find old people.
Yeah, I
was really having the conversation so much. I went live to say they're doing away with the old people, everyone. And I'm telling you now, have a look. And it literally was a young people's place.
Australia is, isn't it? It's they were
all in their keep fair, and they get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they're going off to the classes. And I was literally I found an old lady in a wheelchair, and I had to have a conversation with her. I said, "Where are they putting you?"
Did she understand anything you were on about?
She didn't understand my humour at all. But it was hilarious in my own way, the fact that I'm going like, but where are the others?
Where are
your friends? I mean, are they just like...
Was she abandoned on her own? Was she just in a wheelchair, just left on her own?
But they'd give her, someone who was out getting her an ice cream. But I did really love that side. And of course, the exciting bit was we had a week before, and we knew that Sky was going to port up with the Ovation of Seas, porting up there in the beautiful Royal Caribbean ship, and we were going on board with that. And we had 2 weeks with her, and that was lovely.
Because didn't you get offered to do a skydive?
Well,
because you came back telling us.
No, honestly, I mean, I was pooing my pants, to be honest, and I couldn't. But we went up to Early Beach and cruised up there. And that's like the edge of the Great Barrier Reef. So people would spend, it was like an overnight stay, and it was going to be 2 days there, and people were going to the Great Barrier. And we stayed at Early Beach. And of course, one of our ex-staff, Craig, his son, he was literally skydiving. And he's been skydiving since 16 years old, literally from Beccles up the road, where he trained up there, to eventually, and literally just takes people in tandem.
And what a place to do it. You know what I mean?
And we got a message to say, oh, by the way, Sam's there. And we said, oh, we'll catch up with Sam. And Sam immediately went, Mark, do you want to go on I'll take you on a... Yeah. I said, why aren't you doing it today? Well, it's a bit rough today, the weather's, but we've stopped. But normally I do about 10 jumps a day. I'm going, oh, my gosh.
Imagine that being your job, jumping out of a plane 10 times a day.
And so I went to him, so what are we talking about, 5,000? No, don't be silly. So we're about 20,000 feet, you jump out. And by the time we open the parachute, because you're skydiving for at least 10,000, so you're dropping down 10,000 feet. Yeah. And I'm hearing it going like, oh, seriously? And then we pull the chute at 5,000. Oh, right, so you're pulling the chute. Of course you are. And then, so I was over literally, I don't think I slept that night because I knew I was going on the skydive, thinking like, if you're going to die, you're going to die. But at least he was going, you can go live. Yeah. You can go live with it. We'll harness your phone on your thing. We can go live.
I mean, that would have been incredible to watch.
I just found the whole thing, and they really convinced me to let's do this. And then this incredible storm arrived. Yeah. And I got a phone call at 9 o'clock in the morning saying, look, all the jumps are cancelled today. So it was a few. I mean, I was like, it's fate. Yeah. I probably would have died.
It could have. There was no getting out of that one if that had all gone wrong, right?
So it was something that I loved. But I did love Early Beach, and that was.
Is that something you would like to do at some point? A skydive? Have you ever been tempted with that, or is it?
When I was younger, Jack, at your age, I would have taken on anything, which of course you have. You did your wing walking last year, and I probably would have just jumped at that because I have this sort of thing that. Well, you're harnessed in. It's like any fun fair ride that you go. You know you're safe, don't you? So I took it. I mean, I can't swim, but I did, skiing? Water skiing. And I can't swim. And this is when I was in Cyprus, and this is when I was young again. Like, when I say young, I was probably in my 30s. And I was like, no, I'm okay, I've got the life jacket on. Yeah. And literally, the boat took you off. And the idea is that you bend your knees and slowly stand up. Yeah. And I literally was hanging on, and I went lower and lower, and eventually I was going down, and I'm in the water, and I'm upside down in the water with the skis. And I could see the edge. I could see the water in front, upside down, and I could hear people shouting to say, "Let go." Because I was just convinced.
Holding on.
I was convinced
you were going to come back up again.
Come up. Yeah. But I didn't, so I had to let go. So I really did drown.
You nearly died there as well.
I nearly died there as well. That was the devil in me saying, no, I'm going to do water skiing. Obviously, I didn't try it again.
No. I've never given that a go. I saw somebody on Instagram trying that the other day. Yeah. And it does look like a lot of fun. But
no, I just think if you've got good enough knees to do it, I'll just blame the knees. No, I won't do it now.
Is there anything sort of thrill-seeking that you would like to do nowadays?
No, because I would have wanted it. I'd love to have done a bungee jump. I would have done that.
That's the only one that
it wasn't
I think
there 30
scares me
years
for some
ago.
reason.
Well, I mean, 40 years ago, people went bungee jumping.
Yeah.
In that age, but that would scare you.
I think it's the only one that I feel uncomfortable with, but I nearly did it when I was on the World Cruise and stopped off in Australia and I think it was New Zealand. A group of people were going to do it off a bridge in New Zealand, and I thought, actually, if I'm going to do it anywhere, but I think they didn't have enough spaces in the end, so I didn't go for it. Yes.
Yeah. But no, I think I would have gone for anything like that when I was younger. But now it's just like that. I mean, I don't even like really doing the fun fair rides now.
What about the giant swing?
The giant swing I did once.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm never doing that.
That's it.
I mean, it was like, again, I mean, they haul you up.
Yeah.
And you're hanging there. And then when they release you, you just fall. You fall. You think
it's a horrible feeling.
You think you're going to die.
Yeah.
That's the only way you feel it.
We're really advertising it, but yeah, it does feel like you're going to die.
And then literally you miss the ground and you go back up.
And then the worst bit is you then go back down
up.
again, but backwards. Yeah.
You go backwards and you think, so it's a great ride. And I sort of, anyone who's got no fears of things, it's great for the kids and adults.
Oh, yeah.
But we've had a 91-year-old do that, haven't they?
Yes.
I've given a medal out to a 91-year-old.
I vaguely remember something to do with
saying like he'd done that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like, but perhaps he couldn't feel nothing.
He lost his teeth on the way down again.
That's right. I remember sort of lost the teeth. Teeth came run out and the activity crew were trying to find his teeth.
Now, a little bit later in the conversation, Mark and I were joined by the one and only show creator, Roxy Yarnold. Here she is.
Yeah.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome from there. Étranger, stranger.
So this is Mark auditioning.
I practice it
for his show.
We're so close, isn't it? Click. Je sais.
Yeah.
Je suis enchanté.
Good.
Happy to see you. Blabber, rest to stay. That's the
making
first
me
one.
feel pretty
That is-
confident. That
I'm really confident in
excited.
this. I just...
Don't ask me to go mine and damn and her and je suis. I'll do it in a minute.
But that's all
mine
right.
and damn and her and je suis.
But can you not just?
I know, I do. Well, I can't do it now because I need
It's
to
so
have
fast
it
that
flowing.
bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Mine
So-
and damn and her and je suis.
I think you should have stopped where you was ahead. I felt really positive.
It went really, really well, and then you ruined
they
it
just
all.
take me. I've got a couple of weeks to worry about that, though. That's when I'm on holiday.
It's-
'cause
yeah.
It's not
driving
the-
down to
it's
You're
not
not
the
going
words
to
for
Germany,
you.
are you?
I'm going to Germany just to practice mine and damn and heaven.
Because this is all the new show.
I'm
It's
very
all
excited
brand
about
new
the new show. It's great. Really gonna be
Because
fun.
since we've recorded an episode, you have got a brand new job as well, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah, I'm
We've
pretty
not
sure.
spoken
It's
about
been
it,
over a year since we've recorded
Yeah.
an episode, I think. So, brand new job role. You are now in charge of what is your title?
Is it creative? It's creative director,
something like that. Creative producer.
producer, director. You know what we miss though? We miss your singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you miss the singing?
I'm still singing. I mean, I did a couple of gigs this weekend, so
But just not here.
not here.
Not here.
Yeah.
No.
But I do have to still record all the vocals for the team
Yeah.
to learn anyway. So I still feel like I'm singing all the time,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not on the stage. But yeah,
Is it weird?
I think the first show I put up, it was weird, and I'd be like really monitoring what
Biting
everyone's
at-
singing and being
biting
like,
at
well,
the
I
bit.
would have done it like this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
of course you would, yeah.
Whereas now, I just like I get excited to see them sing things and
Yeah.
do things so well, and really like we're really putting the singers through their paces in this show. They're
Yeah.
basically dancing.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it the other day, and I turned to Saskia, she looks after all the choreography, and I said I would be awful in this show, and I would.
You're so relieved that you're not in it.
Yeah, I would be absolutely awful. So I think I came out weirdly looking back. When I did come out of the shows, I didn't feel ready, but now I feel like it was the right time. So everything happens for a reason, I think.
I think it does.
And the little baby coming.
And that, yeah,
It's just said it all. Because that was really quick. No,
You're acting like you were part of it.
I'm gutted. No, but let's obviously with you getting with Sean, you said, well, a few years, but it didn't happen. It's happened quicker than that.
Well, no, we've been together 2.5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just over two. Well, I think, just over 2 years. So
a baby and an engagement at the same time as well, right?
I know.
That was classic.
It was, he's done well. So we're due in November, which actually the due date is the Christmas show opening. So
very nice.
Going to see how long I hold on.
Or we're going to really do an early Christmas show.
When are we starting rehearsing Christmas?
Oh, God, I don't even think we've got a Simply the Best revamp before then. So, which I was just sorting out the rehearsals upstairs. But a lot going on.
I just don't think people realise how much you have to put together. Yeah. And it just flies. And I think all the entertainers, all the theatre company that come in, don't realise that when you say we've learnt this show, they don't actually realise that you've only got to take a couple of weeks breather before the new show rehearsals kick in.
Yeah, I think
it's
they
continuous.
Have 2.5 weeks of nothing.
Of just clearing their minds.
Which I have to say is harder than cruise ships.
Yeah. I guess the rehearsal process to get you onto the ship is possibly harder because they have to learn more shows. But once you've learnt them, you go on and you have a lovely time, and you maybe do a couple of little cabarets or that kind of thing. But with us, we turn over a new show every 3 months, and then we put a module in amongst that as well. Plus, they're doing their singing sets, their dance classes. We definitely.
I think we are tougher than probably anywhere in the country or even ship. I don't
think anyone turns over shows like we do. No. That is what it is. If you come once a year, you should see a different set of shows if you come, which that would never be the case on a cruise ship. No. I know shows that are still on that have been running for 10 years, so and they work. Don't get me wrong. It's just we have such regular guests that come that we want to keep it fresh.
100%. And so the new one is Cabaret Club.
Yeah.
And that we're all really excited about that because it's something so different and it's becoming more of an experience.
I feel like it's had such a good response. I come up with the idea actually last year, but when I obviously came into the position, we had to revamp Simply the Best, and then we did an 80s module and we did Christmas. So there was just no time to get it going for that. But this idea has kind of been developing for a while, and then just to see everyone's reactions about the material, it's been a really nice energy.
They're very excited. All the cast are always talking how they're loving, and it's all songs they all love to sing. I know Millie's been saying how much, Cabaret and all that jazz. I mean, it's just what. Yeah. I know if Sky was back in time to do that, she would have loved this show. Yeah. And she's going to love it because she's going to be here to watch it.
Of course.
It is one of those sort of shows that any lead lady would want to be able to be part of.
I think it's that we've kept it really old style cabaret. So we could have kind of gone off on a tangent with it and made it new. And there is like a modern take on some things, but it feels very old school. And I think that's why it works so well. We've not done anything that's themed so specifically in a long time, I think. So.
And how many choreographers have we used for this show?
We did a lot. We had 14 choreography days, which is the most we've ever had.
No, I was going to say, that was
and we used 7 choreographers, so
We've been involved with 2 of them. Tracy, who was fabulous. She choreographed one of our numbers. And then the finale, Simon. And he was a really lovely guy. Yeah. Really, really. Tracy was as well. But Simon just had this energy about him and everyone seemed
Tracy's fantastic. She obviously does the choreo every year for Thursford. So we knew, we do go out on a bit of a limb when we book choreographers. You see their work, but you don't really know what you're going to get until they come here. Simon's been working with us for over a year now, and we've had him involved in every project when we can because he's... I posted about him the other day on Instagram, actually. He did a little montage of, the footage that he'd done, and I just said it's way more than the choreo with him. It's the energy he brings when he comes in, and he learns everyone's names, and he's just got so much patience. And, again, with Tracy, you obviously hope for the best when the choreographers come in, but I think she absolutely smashed it out of the park with...
She did not know how to take us initially.
I felt so bad. It was her first day ever with us.
She had to work with us.
I couldn't feel more sorry for her because she actually... Because when she choreographed with our dancers and our theatre company, well, they're all trained. Most of them are all trained. They've been gone through performing arts college. But when it comes to the comedy team looking up and saying, well, we'd like to do Fever, please, and what's your... She's just looking at us. I don't think I can do that bit there. She said, we'll do it step by step, though. But it was just... She was
very patient with us, I think, in the end.
She was great. Yeah, I did feel very sorry for her when she walked in. And I was like, the first day ever. I was like, please come back. But then she was with the Potters Theatre Company the next day, and they did Dancing For, and it is just such
beautiful.
I'm really looking forward to seeing it all come together, because I've seen snippets, and it's just it looks very exciting.
And we're going away from how we usually do things. We're not really using the screens this time. We're trying to keep it how it would be if you went to go see, if you went to the Moulin Rouge, or you went to, we even the modern musicals like Burlesque, Kit Kat Club, I just think we're trying to make it different to everything else. We're lucky that we have those screens, and they look fab when we use them, especially for 80s with the movie section, and we have the luxury of putting some of the film snippets on there, and but it is kind of nice to take it back to probably what it may have been like. No.
Does that remind you, Mark?
Yeah, I was looking at you then.
Just looking at you going...
I'm so old, it does bring us all back, and it is great. It really is, looking forward to it. And a little bit of comedy stuff in it as well, that we're going to ruin the show.
But we'll get, that as always, we'll get very mixed reviews.
We always seem to.
That's what we're there for.
Oh, that's too silly.
We are there to make the theatre company look better.
And it does, you do very well. No, it's always something, especially our regular guests love to see. But also, I think it's a conversation starter for you guys. To then, ask how you come up with those terrible ideas.
Where does that come from? But so,
it takes. I think it adds a bit of lightheartedness to the show. We've got. Some huge songs in there, but I think sometimes the audience just need that 2-3 minutes where it does feel a bit more fun and silly, and I think that, and those shows always work the best for us anyway. Like Simply the Best does, always gets the best reaction of the shows that we have on, because it involves everyone that they've got to know for the 3 or 4 days that they've been here. We are taking a bit of a risk with this show. We're putting it on the opening night, which no one's had any opinions on.
I apologise for that. I apologise for that, but no, it's just as it is. It's
hard.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting to put this show together. And to have all the big mixture of everything in. It really is.
No, it's going to be great. I'm really excited.
I mean, I always love when the costumes go on.
Oh, God, don't make me think about it.
Because I'm going to say, because it's the costumes that just change everything. Because you see everyone doing it through the motions, and they go, wow, that's going to be... But when costumes come on board, you go, oh, my gosh.
I know, but it's been a big show to costume. There's 42 people that we've had to costume this time. But, we've got first costume fitting on Wednesday at Five Lakes, so we're going to see how it goes. But, I do think it makes such a big difference. And especially with this style of show, it's got to fit the theme well. So, and I think it'll be great.
And I do think people forget that you've got to cover Five Lakes as well. We're not just talking about our Potters team and us together. You have to go and get the whole show and get the rehearsals and get everything, choreography at the other resort as well.
And to get both shows up at the same time, because that's, again, cruise ships don't have to do that necessarily. They have one team, they train them up, and then they move on to the other one to do sort of both in tandem.
We are a bit lucky with this one, whereas we've got a week or so in between the 2 opening dates. So Five Lakes actually goes up on the 11th, and then we go up, I think, 10 days later. But when it comes to Christmas, for example, that festive break is on the same break. So we open both shows within a day of each other, which is always quite tricky to...
Oh.
Yeah,
manic.
Yeah, it is
the
manic.
Word,
with a baby due as well. It's kind of...
You've got a good team around you, though, haven't you?
Oh, 100%, yeah, a good team. And everyone wants it to go well. Everyone involved in it. So regardless of the team that I have with Shane and with Saskia, everyone gets involved in the end and pulls together. So We always seem to make it work, even when we think it's not going to. So.
We cross our fingers.
Yeah.
It's just, what, no. Have we had many disasters? I'm trying to think, have we had many disasters? We do as comedy, because we go, we won't do that again.
Yes.
And it's easier for us to go, won't do that again. But when you've put a whole show together...
Yeah. We haven't, though.
No.
I don't think we have. That's the thing. It always... And even if something isn't perfect, it's only not perfect to us, who, or myself, that has been putting the show together for 3 months, and that costume isn't quite actually how I thought it would look, or, you can see her knickers at some point and we need to sort that out for the next show, or whatever it is.
The Father Christmases, because it's, the other thing we do is incredible. What they don't get is that our changes are so fast. Yeah. And it takes
I think
20,
they think we have
seconds.
a team backstage dressing. We don't have costume dressers. We have some stage hands that will help, but they're
doing several things at the same time.
And they're quite reluctant to unless they need to, because their attention has to be elsewhere. And weirdly, they probably are a bit nervous about zipping up girls' costumes.
I volunteered.
So they are, doing their own changes, and we do make the costumes as easy to get on as we can.
Yeah.
But
that was the only one really last year, wasn't it, Christmas?
True. But it was just, I'm going to name Shane Brandon Jones with the Santa costume change. He just struggled. Nightmare.
I think
he made it for the very last one.
Because wasn't that the number where you had all the dancing Santas on stage?
And it was
such a good number.
All the Santas came out, but when there's one Santa without a beard...
It wasn't that. It was always without a glove, or the belt wasn't on, or the hat. Yeah, it was...
No more dancing Santas this year.
No, that is off the cards this year.
Does that make it easier, simply the best? Because it's obviously you're looking at old material, and then it's a revamp show, isn't it? So you're taking elements out and swapping. Is that easier or harder than changing an entire show?
No, I think it is easier, and I think as well with Simply the Best, there isn't like a running theme, so you could add a section that may be so totally off the section before, but that's the point for this show. We're bringing in things that feel nostalgic. And it doesn't really have to. We want a flow, but we also want to be showing all the different things we've done over the last however many years. So, it was quite easy to do this one. I think over the year when I'm creating the shows as well, I am always thinking about the next thing. Christmas is always just the hardest because there is only so much Christmas.
And everybody has a different idea of what Christmas means to them, right? Some 100%. People love traditional, some people don't love traditional. It just gets
and we did traditional for quite a few years. So I tried to take it away from the traditional stuff last year, which some people loved. And then we did get a few comments, wasn't traditional enough, or... and it's hard then to know what route to go down. And, there's only so many Christmas songs, and then you can find different versions. And
what's I always find which is really difficult with the Christmas, we always do a Christmas field countdown. Yeah. And use all the classic Christmas countdown songs. Yeah. Which a lot of people could easily put into the Christmas show, but you can't put them into the Christmas show because we want to use them for the countdown.
100%.
And it is that sort of frustration.
It's not just a show; it's an entire night you've got to choreograph, and you're saving elements from there to put there, and it's a bit of a puzzle piece.
Yeah, and the truth is, there's only a limitation of Christmas songs, material Christmas songs,
and we find that our Christmas guests, our festive break guests, are the guests that come every year. So the expectations are high. You know what they've seen before, so it's just trying to get it right, but.
And of course, we don't mention pantos.
Oh, yes, we will.
Busy year into...
Busy year.
And you say you've just done Boy George, some more Boy George.
Yeah, I was in Germany and then Denmark. We had a couple of gigs. I've got a couple more. And I'm doing some gigs with Gloria Gaynor in a couple of weeks, which I've got to learn quite a lot of songs for whilst... I just put them on the car.
Do you find that natural, though? Because, You do say it so many times, I've got loads of songs to sing. Even when you've done the simplicity thing, like when you go to Pheasantry and you went, I'm going to sing, but I haven't got the song yet. Yeah. And this is the next day. How do you get to... it takes me at least 3 or 4 weeks to pick up a song.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you do it in days.
Well, I haven't started yet. I've got 24 songs to learn.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I've got to learn it all off YouTube videos, that's the trickiest part, I think, like trying to hear what is actually happening. And obviously you're hearing the 3 vocals, and I've got to pick out what I think is the top part. But, I mean, yeah, I think I'm okay with things like that. I'm a good crammer.
Yeah.
I'm very good at cramming. Also could learn probably a few songs in a day if I needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've always been like that. I'm very much like but if you then ask me to sing it again in 6 months, I wouldn't even be able to toe the tune. I'm a big crammer. Like Henry wanted me to do his show. I'm not going to do that show anymore because I said to him, I've not got time I don't know that song anymore. I couldn't even tell you the title of the song that we did. And I'm away then like 2 days after with all the Gloria stuff. So I was like, I never turn things down, but I think with how busy things have been, I was like,
something's got to give eventually.
Yeah. So I've give that one a miss, but yeah, the Gloria stuff is exciting.
Do you know what I was going to try and push for?
What?
That when we've had all the babies and everything.
Stop saying
all the babies.
And stop saying we.
Well, I keep
when
saying
you
we.
first said it happened so quickly.
But no, I think it would be nice to have a Roxy Yarnold evening. Is that bad for me to
Can
throw
you
that
imagine if
at
I
you?
created a show called The Roxy Show?
No, but I think
on
people
cruise
would
ships
love
it happens
that.
all the time.
Yeah.
And the reason why when I sat on the cruise ship and the cruise director came out and ladies and welcome to the Derek Ramsey show. What, it's your own show?
Yeah.
Yes. And then when I hear there's lots of people, Dan is just recently on Princess, he puts his own show together. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be nice? We had because we miss your voice. I don't think people understand how much.
Yeah.
How much many guests say to me.
That's what the people want. Roxy.
I'm not talking about, I love your voice, but I'm saying how many guests say to me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what's the harm in having a Roxy Yarnold half an hour or 45 minutes? Is it too much to ask? Because it wouldn't be something you'd have to learn. It would be your material, your songs.
I feel like maybe...
Is that too much to ask in the...
No, I don't think... I feel like I will come back to something at some point, even if it's like a Simply the Best spot or something.
Yeah.
In years to come. I don't know.
So you're saying years to come. Yeah. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about when we get a Roxy Yarnold 45-minute. But I think the guests would love it.
I'm not even saying in years to come. I'm saying, at some point, once we revamp something, if there is a spot. I don't know.
That time, you do get more so the fact that will tie you down to a particular night.
Yeah.
Well,
but then I don't know whether, like, one year maybe I'll do, like, a New Year's Eve slot or something where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some
time. It's what I love when I do the Mark Brewer weekend in January in Five Lakes. I always go to Roxy to say, "What, she's going to come and do a spot?" Because when it's out of context, it's not out of everything.
Yeah.
By then the Christmas show had finished. It's almost like it makes to me great, and the guests know that you're going to be coming to sing. Then it's great.
Thank you very much, Roxy, for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
It's been
lovely.
Lovely to see you, and you are blooming.
I'm not. I'm waiting for the glow they tell you that happens. When
No,
does
but I
that
thought
happen?
you did when you walked in. I thought,
I was just
thought when
sweating.
you walked in.
Just
that was
the
sweat,
walk
was it?
from there to there.
It's far, isn't it? It's far. No, thank you for fitting us in your busy schedule to come
thank
and
you. It's
have a
been
little chat. It's good to catch up and hear a bit about the new show.
And the next podcast, we're naming the baby in November.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have a poll. Name suggestions.
Why do they jest? It'd be hilarious if she comes out. I've only called it Marco. He actually liked it.
We went for what it looked like, and it came out of a beard.
Yeah.
We'd ordered pizza at the time, and then I gave birth. Was it spaghetti?
Oh God! Can you imagine giving birth here? I think people have, haven't they?
Not many, but
I don't want to add to that list.
Close.
Yeah.
I don't want to add to the list.
But that was nice. Nice talking to Roxy. It was good to get.
I don't
her
think
in.
she knows what's coming her way, though.
No. Yes, all of these things planned.
Is it just bad when you've had 4 children and you sort of know that
Just,
she has no idea what she's going to get to, especially when it gets heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
She just wants it out, and she's got the whole of November to wait.
So, yeah. And
usually by that October,
it is a busy period for us, isn't it? It's a busy time of year.
Incredible time.
No. One thing we didn't talk about, though, I was going to, is obviously because Henry's gone now. Henry's sort of he was always going to go off and do sort of big and wonderful things.
When you look at the fact that he was going to come and do a year, that's all he was going to do, and we conned him into saying we'll do a second year with us. But he got so involved in the shows and all our pre-shows and everything. Yeah. It was just, fantastic for us. So the third year, and he was already, by then, he'd already got the New York planned. He was already doing the Pheasantry, and it was just a rundown of actually finishing. And it was quite a sad time when he actually did finish. He had a great Never Say Goodbye from Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, beautiful song, and with such a wonderful video as well.
And again, he just put all this video, and then he showed me, incredible, it must have been about 2 hours one evening when he got out of his room, and he's still here for 3 more weeks. Yeah. And so he went, I don't suppose you can put me up for 3 weeks. And so he came and stayed with us. But in the time that he stayed with us, he was showing me the videos of his life at Potters. Yeah. And it was literally, I don't know how many hours. Yeah. How many hours and hours of footage from all the messing around, from the fun to the shows to
some incredible footage of all sorts of different things.
And he was able to go through that and edit little bits and put that all connected to the one song at the end. It's quite emotional, really. It really was.
Yeah, it actually was. It was, quite one of those. It's just one of those key moments. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That happen here. Yes, week to week we have wonderful things that happen, but sometimes you get those key moments that that stay with you, right?
Yeah, and it really was. And then of course he came straight to Five Lakes with me.
Yeah,
straight after the New Year to have the very last weekend.
Yeah,
and he was literally going from the Sunday night, finished at 12 at midnight, and he was literally going to Heathrow. Yeah, and getting on the plane for 5 o'clock early in the morning to go to New York. So that was a fab weekend.
And it must have been great watching him in New York as well. Watching this.
Well, yeah, he had this beautiful Anna Salverson, I think.
Anna Slaverson. Yeah.
I mean, she was fabulous, but only 22, I think 22, and Henry's 21. Yeah. And he had some critics, sort of Broadway critics sitting there, and some producers sitting there, and you had to be in awe because he'd learned his trade being at Potters, without a doubt. You can just know that the confidence and the chat, and to have this beautiful Broadway singer who's already been lead Broadway at her age at 20, the 2 years prior, and that's how he met her at the Jimmy's Award. Yes. To say, would you like to come and sing for me? And of course, she was estranged with that whole idea because a performance on, like, even with Potters Theatre Company, take them out of their...
Yes, take them off of a production show, and put them in an environment that's...
And says, I'll have a chat to you. Yeah. And it's like, most people go, what do you mean you're going to have a chat to me? What, on the mic with everyone? Yeah. And it's that sort of... but she was lovely. And I think she was really nervous initially about it. But it was tremendous. And he had this incredible pianist, probably the best pianist in Broadway, had come... He'd actually got rid of his...
I heard he had issues with the band, don't they? Yeah.
He didn't... I don't think he got Henry either. I think, again, you don't understand. And he was almost saying to Henry, well, Henry, how old are you? And Henry was saying, like, I'm 21. And he was going, well, perhaps I should introduce each number. Yeah. I mean, this is how he just didn't get the whole concept of what Henry is. And of course... It's like me. I mean, I'm very quiet outside of work. Mm. People don't see what I'm like at work, outside. In fact, most people, my friends, that think I'm ill, think there's something wrong with me.
I think it's a thing of an entertainer, isn't it? Yeah. You have moments. I've had moments where I physically feel myself doing it. Say I'm having a conversation with friends or something, and quite quiet and relaxed, and then someone will walk over that I will know from a work environment, and my whole body language and persona just changes, doesn't it? Yeah.
And I think that's what we naturally do. Yeah. I mean, most, my wife thinks I'm really boring. It's quiet. All the kids thought, I always laugh at the time when they said they were about 8 or 9 years old and said, Dad, I didn't know you was funny. Yeah. Because they were too young to come and see me work for the late shift. So, I always find that. I think we're going to miss Henry. I think we always will.
Yeah.
And it's what's always makes me laugh is when you see the social media when Henry comes for a weekend. Because he came for a weekend, he pops back, catches up, because I think he misses the whole environment.
And
the
naturally
Potters,
so, yeah, of course.
Community.
Yeah.
He misses that. I think that's what he will definitely miss from.
He's coming back in a couple of weeks, because I was in Prague when he came last time, so I missed him. But hopefully, he said he's coming back in a few weeks, so might have an opportunity to have a chat.
I think the family holidays coming, aren't they? They've booked the family. Yeah. But he misses that. He's just generally, when you've done 3 years of being around everyone, I think that it's a bit like Sky coming off the ship. She was emotionally wrecked saying goodbye to these people, all the cast members that she'd been literally 10 months with constantly, and live and breathe them. And it's...
suddenly you're surrounded by people, and then suddenly you're not. It is a strange shift.
But guests suddenly so Henry hasn't left then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that incredible social media of the fact that immediately Henry's appeared.
I saw somebody
wrote on it very quickly.
Didn't believe that he'd ever left.
He had never left. And he'd only come on and sang one song, and he said, "What, we're paying him just to come and do this one song?" But it is how people do see him. But his destiny is vast. I mean, he's back in New York now, so
he's always going to go and do.
And like I said, when I mentioned the Thames boat trip, within an hour he'd contacted them, talked to them, and said, "Do you want to do this thing?" Yeah. And suddenly, so when he comes back, we're going to do that, and that's the reason for doing that, really.
No, I think that'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I wouldn't want this hot weather though. I mean, I would like nice weather, but if it was that steaming heat that we had for the last
especially when you're out on the water, you can't really escape from it, can you?
And there's 300 people almost on top deck, crammed in as well. And that's why we're going to do other things down in the middle deck and even the bottom deck. We're going to have some fun and drag people, try and take
once you've done it, we'll have you back on.
And I'll chat to you on what we did with that occasion.
We do need to get together and talk about what we're going to do, sort of.
Yeah. As we do.
New bits and pieces.
They don't realise that's how we do it.
Yeah, we just
Sometimes
have a chat.
we do it within a chat and then just go out and try it.
Yeah.
And see how it works.
I do. I always find that quite funny with me and you, because we like to just go out and just feel it, and we have a chat about it first. And like other team members maybe
are horrified.
yeah.
And and I just think if you think back from COVID days when we actually you joined in, and I used to say to you, "Jack, what are you doing?" And Jack said, "Well, I'm not on anything now." I said, "Well, come and do the show." He said, "What do you mean to come and do the show?" "Well, I've got to do the Broadway and Beyond, so it's a fireman thing." Yeah. And I said, "And we're going to do this bit as well." Yeah. And he went, and Jack was like, "Yeah. Well, let's do that."
Well, I already knew the show, didn't I? Because from before COVID. So, but the bits beforehand as well.
And that's how we really first got going.
Yeah.
If you get my meaning, it was like and I think that's how Henry got involved. Yeah. I mean, Henry got involved so quick. Yeah. He was really shocked, and he sort of admitted that. I think that is the way. I mean, that's certainly the way I learn, is just to go head first into something. As long as we're not leaving him and making him look.
No.
And I do get everybody is individual. The other team members are really seem horrified. They want to know exactly what are we doing, what we're saying, what are we going into.
I think part of it is background, actually. I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to Emily and maybe Ashley and Fletcher. I think the people who've had training and been to musical theatre college, they're so used to being told what to do and where to stand and how to react. And when they get given things to learn, that's how they do things. Whereas I think when you've not had that formal training, you almost have to learn yourself and figure out your own way. So I think that's maybe the difference. I don't know.
And also because we're doing it possibly twice a week.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we can easily say that didn't really work. Yeah. Or let's change that line. Oh, by the way, this really was funny when we did this line. Yeah. And we keep it.
Yeah.
And I think you can't do that. You can't really write it. I always think comedy's a totally different kettle of fish. Yeah. And I don't think anyone understands it unless you're doing it. I always laughed when Five Lakes arrived, opened up. Yeah. But before they opened up, the main entertainment manager, Vince, and the comedian, sadly passed.
Russ,
but they came to watch us.
Yeah.
And they were saying, "Oh yeah, but you just improv and you've got no formality." And I was thinking, they really don't realise because they're only seeing it the once.
Yeah.
And it's a compliment to ourselves when people think that. But if people like many guests who return, that we're doing a routine, and we do have flexibility because something might crop up with guests or something, and we do mess around with guests, but we rarely do improv.
Mm. Oh no,
we do improv.
We know what we're doing, but we also are comfortable with running with things that are happening in the moment
when something happens around us, and you're evolving, and they just didn't get it. Yeah. They didn't get it at all, and they were almost like, "Well, we can't do what potters do. We're going to be professional." And I was saying, "Pardon? What do you mean? Yeah. What, you don't think what we're doing?" No, because you're making it up as you go along. Yeah. But we are good at making it up as we go along, meaning the fact that if a situation arises,
we can
turn to that.
Sometimes
and that's why you've really improved and got how you grew with working so instantly with us. Yeah. How you've got confidence in doing anything that I've done over the past, and have the confidence of actually taking that on. Not everyone has been able to do it, over the years.
It's practice as well, though. I love that sort of off-the-cuff stuff. And even, like, it helped me, and I think I grew with that when I started doing more with the World Bowls, because you've got that unknown amount of time, and you've just got to play off people. You've not got long enough to do any material, but you've also got... You need to fill and warm the crowd up, and so it's little moments like that.
And then you've got people like James, who when we get him back, is very quirky. Yeah. And we actually don't know what he's going to come out with.
You need to have that ability to work on the fly
to know where that's going
working with people like James and Henry as well. I used to always remember, like, you never know what he was going to come out with, so you need to be ready to deal with those things.
And I think we had a nice golden little area with Henry, and I think that definitely that's in the past. But that's why I like having a little glimpse of doing a little something with Henry. Yeah, and it's only going to be twice a year, I think it's going to happen.
I think it's also been great, though. Obviously, now Henry's gone, but we're getting Roddy involved, your son, a little bit more, and it's been great having him.
And let's build, and it's another work in progress. Yeah. I mean, the effect he gets on a Saturday night when he comes and does his first set.
He was with me on Saturday, and it get incredible response, and I'm back to sing a couple of songs afterwards.
And he's got a great... I wish I had his voice, put it that way.
Yeah, incredible
I wish I had that voice. And he's looking forward to being part of things, and we're going to grow that. Yeah. And I think that's the truth. Because we didn't get Henry involved straight away. We put him into a little bit, and we only had one show, a variety show, on the 3 years ago, that we could only say, "Oh, Henry, come and be my assistant." Yeah. And likewise with Brian. And it was only a little stopgap we could get them involved in. So, same thing with Roddy. I think we're going to grow that. Yeah. And I think, because he's got a very sort of nice sense of humour as well with that. And he always, like with father and son, he takes the mickey out of Dad constantly. Yes. He keeps bringing up the fact he's got a song for me.
He's got your funeral song.
Which is quite hilarious, the fact that he said, and he meant it, and he played it to... And the audience were almost shocked to the fact that it was a great song, James Blunt song. So,
I know the one you mean now. Actually, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, and he sings it fabulous and plays it on the piano. And so it is that sort of that he wants to. Yeah, but again, and we improv'd that very quickly. In fact, that shows you how we did it. You appeared with the gravestone.
I did. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Just to go along with the whole conversation. And I think that's something we'll probably keep through our summer. Yeah, because it's just on spec. We only did it once. But we'll probably say, well, that was funny that you can bring that in, because it was a surprise that a guest
gave you a gift of a gravestone. Yeah. A headstone.
And it was gold leaf. I mean, it was proper marble. It's all ready to go, except put the date in.
That's all we need to add on.
The date. Yeah. And
or the dates of the times you've nearly died.
Yeah. But I do believe that that's our secret with our work, is that we do have that ability to improv where we go.
One last thing that I was going to talk to you about is old potters' traditions. Because I was thinking about something the other day that I haven't heard for a long time. And is there any old potters' traditions that you miss? But there's one in particular that I'm going to talk to you about in a second.
I get a lot of, especially in peak times, I get a lot of guests saying to me, "Why aren't you doing tartare?"
It's what I've got on my list. It's the tartare
I get it
song
all the
that
time.
I thought,
And I just think COVID happened, and then we never got invited back in the dining room again.
No, we used to do the announcements on the last day on the way out. Right?
Yeah, but to be honest, I used to come in and do a breakfast announcement and do a lunchtime announcement and during the summer periods, and it was 6 days a week. But we used to have everyone's waving the serviettes, tartare. And I get so many of the guests missing that. And again, when you think about it, families, kids, it's just a lovely little thing to do.
Yeah.
So I would say as one of the main traditions, I mean, we used to do birthdays. Yeah. And some weekends we used to have 20-odd birthdays and celebrations, which could be a hen do or that in the period. Well, I could understand that when, let's not put that into it. Yeah. So we try and do a little bit of that in the theatre now.
Yeah.
But traditions, I mean, we used to make a point of saying good night, kids.
Yeah.
But in those days, the kids went to bed.
Yeah. Now they don't. They seem to stay up
go to bed
all night.
And parents they want to see the show, so you get the whole point of that. If you went right back to 40 years ago, we used to put a hanky on the door. Yeah. How embarrassing is that now?
Yeah.
I mean, literally. We used to announce there's a baby crying in chalet one, whatever it is.
Yeah, a long time ago
that there's a child on its own in its room and it's crying. Can you go and we used to tease the fact that it's waking up all the other children in the other rooms. So it's funny how times go by that no parents won't even dream of dropping a child off now. No.
Can you give us then one final thing? Can you give us a rendition of the tartare song?
I think it's important.
I've got a hanky.
I've got tissues.
You've got tissues?
Funnily enough, I always have tissues.
I thought it would be a nice way to round things off.
To everyone.
Yeah.
You hold up. And if you're sitting listening and you actually have a hanky in front of you or a serviette, or you actually said, let's do this at dinner because you could record this and go
send in your tartare song.
And you could all sit round in your dining rooms and everyone just put your hanky in the air and go, ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da. Everybody now. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da, 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 ta-da. Everyone, ta-da, ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And, of course, we used to go on tartares for a lot of tartares in the dining room, which was, of course, the whole fun thing of the I never stopped. And people used to walk out tartaring. But, it's a lovely way of saying goodbye to everyone.
It certainly is.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta, Mark.
I will see you in a few weeks where we got to bang in our rehearsals.
Yes. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Lovely
Mark Brewer,
chat to you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Go bye.
Bye. I can't not do it now. I can't not. Bye. There we go. A catch up with Mark Brewer and, of course, Roxy Yarnold. Now, that conversation happened in the heat of the summer before Cabaret Club went up, and I know many of you have probably already seen Cabaret Club by now. If you haven't, it's an incredible show filled with comedy, filled with all sorts of wonderful things, taking you to jazz bars around the world. Make sure you do come and watch that sometime soon. Come and join us on Resort. We are going to officially kickstart Season 4 on Monday, where we're going to be heading down to Five Lakes with my new co-host as well. So some episodes, Mark Brewer is going to be joining me for co-hosts. Different people. James Ahern, we're going to try and get to co-host some episodes. But next week, I'm joined by Ashley, or Twitch, as most of you probably know him by. He's co-hosting with me down at Five Lakes, where we catch up with Alice Molnar. So not only can you listen to Monday's episode, but for the very first time on All Exclusive Podcast, you can watch it as well. That's why we've been working so hard behind the scenes to make sure we can get this all right and get this perfect to kickstart Season 4. Thank you for being so patient. That's all I have to say. And thank you for joining us for this little bonus episode. I know it's a little bit different, but we've got some very exciting things coming up. So go and search for us on YouTube, the All Exclusive Podcast, or come and find us on Instagram as well. And I'll see you Monday for a brand new episode and a brand new season of the All Exclusive Podcast. Bye.
Ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da, da, 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 ta-da, 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 ta-da. Everyone, ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.